Let's talk about sex, baby. No, let's not do that. But we can. Listen, folks, let's not waste time. Let's not waste time. Things are definitely getting... I was going to say interesting, but then I realized I'd be lying to you. Things are continuously getting frustrating with these cast members. But let's get into the nitty and gritty. Let's begin with Josh and Catie.
Like a commitment with one person. And I guess I'm putting a lot of faith in that being what we're both signing up for.
I'm signing up for that too. Yeah. I just...
So Josh is making it abundantly clear that he's only signed up for a monogamous marriage. He does not want to have their marriage to be open at any certain point. He only wants him and Catie to be in their relationship. He only wants him and Catie to be in their marriage. But ladies and gentlemen, the only question that I have for Josh is, when has your relationship with Catie this whole time been just you and Catie? Yeah. Give me your thoughts.
have an open mind as a person, but I'm happy to marry you. I know I want to commit to you only, and I want
The hesitancy, huh?
us to be a team forever.
Even though I'm a bit disappointed that door is closing.
When I commit to something, I do it. I think it won't be an issue.
Wait. Let's just run it back a little bit.
As a person, but yeah, I just have an open mind as a person, but.
So girl goes from this.
I'm signing up for that too. Yeah, I just have an open mind as a person, but.
She goes from, yes, I'm signing up for a monogamous, loyal relationship too. Then proceeds to say, but I'm just more of an open-minded person, that's all. Right. That is very, very reassuring.
But I'm happy to marry you. I know I want to commit to you only.
I'm happy to marry you. I don't know why that doesn't sound positive. I want to commit to you. Since when? Because you haven't committed at any given point. The only thing you've committed to is the title that he is your fiance, soon to be your husband. That's about it.
And I want us to be a team forever.
At what point have there been a team? What team does she speak of, ladies and gentlemen? I want to know what team this is. Huh?
Even though I'm a bit disappointed that door is closing.
When I commit to something, I do it.
When has she committed? Do you know what? She's not lying. When she commits to wanting to kiss other guys at a bar, she does it. Yeah, she's not lying. When she commits to something, she does do it, 100%.
I think it won't be an issue.
When the person that is the issue says that I think that none of these things will be an issue. Like I say, this is just Catie. The only way you can explain her, this is Catie. But you see, Josh, on the other hand, one of the biggest, one of the most moving mad characters of all time. I genuinely feel like Josh is the most jarring person on this season because the level of delusion that this man has to think that this woman is actually going to live up to what she's saying is absolutely bonkers. Why is it this man has never been at any point reality ready with anything when it comes to their relationship? He's an embarrassment to himself. An embarrassment to his own family. I keep going on, but I'm going to leave it there. Because there's no need. There's no need. But with that being said, folks, let's move on to the next one.
What is your reason? So he called me a couple days ago, and he just don't feel comfortable with you marrying Ross.
And this is Mallorie talking about her father. Her father is not comfortable with his daughter marrying Rush. And you know the way her friend reacted, and she was like, what? Girl? Well, we better find out why.
I'm Christian, and he's Muslim. Oh my God. He has treats you like a literal. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about that. that effort to try to have
Her father does not care that this man treats his daughter like a queen. I mean, I haven't really seen that part myself in particular, but either way, though, he treats her well. But the father says, nah, 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 nah. I am a Christian. He's a Muslim. No, this don't work. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, there's a bigger picture in my opinion, but let's continue.
a relationship with my dad, and my dad just is very reluctant. And now Dad's not coming to our wedding just because he's a Muslim. I feel embarrassed. I mean, it's hurtful to hear him say that.
So here's the thing, folks. This is my personal assumption. I feel like her dad does not approve of him, and it has something to do along the lines of prejudice? Yeah. Wait. See, I won't lie to you, folks. My whole life, the only word I really knew about was the word racist. Race. So I thought everything was racism, but then I learned about the word prejudice, but I've never really learned about it. And then it's discrimination. I know exactly what that means. So is this one of those situations, in my opinion personally, like, I need to know, do you think that this is just pretty much TLC hiding the fact, as well as Mallorie hiding the fact, that her dad does not approve of him because he is a prejudiced? Or is he a racist? Or is it... No, it's definitely not discrimination. Who could it be? So this is where I want you to chime in, please. Let me know. The dad not approving and not wanting it because of his religion, what does that mean? Does it mean that he's prejudiced, or does it mean that he's racist? Does it mean both? Or does it mean something else? Well, one thing that we definitely know what it means is that the dad is clearly moving mad. That we can definitely agree, but I need to know, folks, because, boy, when I was watching that scene, I was like, I hear what you're saying. You're just trying not to say it directly. Because obviously, you know, TLC can't have you saying those things directly, because they like to protect people who are certain types of ways. But hey, folks, I gotta know your thoughts, so please do let me know. But this one right here...
Maria, what level of support would I have to give him? Is it like
for 10 years?
Is it like X percent of my salary, or how does that work?
If he doesn't have any income, you're probably paying him about 40% of your salary.
40% of your salary for 10 years is a lot of money. Now, just to let you know, folks, when it comes to Marissa here, she actually apologized to Edward at the beginning of this episode. Apologized for the way she reacted and behaved in the last episode, or last two episodes, when they went out for their dinner meal. And she just said that simply her reaction was more due to the fact that she was hungry. Angry. Yes. And therefore, also, Edward also then agreed to sign the prenup that she had already whipped up. Fantastic. Everything's good with these two. But Edward did also express a little bit of concerns about what if things do change her, if her mind changes at some point because of the way she's been wishy-washy about wanting to marry him, even though now she's given him a clarified answer. Then we fast forward to where we are right now, where her mother says, hold on a minute, I know he signed the prenup, but did your prenup have certain things? Did your lawyer notify you about certain things? And this is where we are right now. The whole thing about how a prenup will not protect you when it comes to being reliable or being his, whatever you call it. Either way, like, she has to advocate for him for basically 10 years. So therefore, the prenup itself in particular isn't even that relevant per se, because the 40% is going to be even more effective, especially if Edward is not working. And also, I believe, not only if he's not working, but also if he's not earning a certain salary. That's what's pretty much that's been identified here. So if Edward decides not to work...
So that is another thing to consider.
40% of her income for 10 years is a huge chunk out of what goes to my grandchildren. Am I concerned about that? Yes. Listen, my gut.
I won't lie to you, I can't understand her mum. Everything about her mum just doesn't smell right. Yeah, I'm snaring my nose at you too. Difference is, my face is so natural. Yeah.
Feeling, and Edward has always said this, is that he would never expect me to support him.
No,
But,
everybody
really
says
believe
that.
him.
You
Well,
get divorced,
you don't
it
have
gets
to believe him. He's
really,
going to be
really
my
dirty.
husband, but he's going to...
To be fair, that's what everybody says.
So have I, and, you know...
Okay, well, listen, it's your life. I'm just raising the red flag, because I'm your mother, and that's what mothers do.
So the question that I have for you lovely folks is, does Marissa's mother have the right to step in and actually, say, well, I'm just being your mother, so at the end of the day, I'm just making sure that you're protecting your children as well as yourself. But you do what you will, because this is entirely up to you. I mean, listen, at first my reaction was, who the hell does this woman think she is, coming in and telling her daughter what she can do? Her daughter's a grown-ass woman who can make her own bloody decisions. That was my first reaction. But then my second reaction was, well, at the same time though, when you become a parent, you are a parent for the rest of your life. So therefore, is her mum wrong for avoiding something as a parent? I guess she's not. So it does come down to that, doesn't it, folks? Either way though, the moral of the situation when it comes to Marissa and Edward right now, she's now got something to think about regarding the whole 40% thing. And to be fair, one of the things that Marissa did point out earlier on in the season was that she feels like Edward isn't much of a driven person. So yeah, that could come into place at some point, give or take. But the real question, but the added question is this. Is Edward aware of this stipulation? Is he aware that Marissa's actually going to be, she has to support him for 10 years if he's basically not earning anything? But if he's not privy to this information, then I guess it may not be that deep. But then again, though, where there's a will, there's a way, and that means he could probably become privy to the information at some point anyway. So maybe it is best for her to protect herself. But this is the other thing that I also want to question here. You're telling me that when Marissa went to speak to her lawyer to get this prenup, they never had a conversation about this topic itself in particular. And also on top of that, Marissa also said to us that originally when it came to her and Edward, they had applied for the visitor visa for him to come to America rather than the K1 visa. So therefore they can give it a try that way first. So my question would be, when she was researching and she was applying for the visa, the first one, the Vista one, the one that then ended up getting denied, which I believe is the ESTA, or in the UK, or KST anyway, which obviously got denied. When she then went and played for the K1 visa, you're telling me that when she was speaking to the people that she was speaking to, no one actually ever told her at any given point that maybe, just maybe, you're going to be liable to this man? And for a woman that claims to be so intellectual, I do find it interesting that she wasn't aware of this information anyway, and then her mum had to bring it to the table. I question this part of the storyline so much. It's like maybe it's just been added in just to cause more issues for their relationship. Something doesn't add up for me personally, but either way though, what I would like to know from you folks is the mother right or not right? Let me change my apologies. Is the mother moving mad for bringing this to Marissa's attention, given that Marissa's a grown-ass woman and should know how to look after herself? Or is the mother reality ready because she's doing what she's supposed to be doing as a mother, and that is being a mother to her daughter, regardless of how old her daughter is anyway? And also she also wants to look for the best interest for her grandkids. So let me know. Move mad, reality ready. Let me know, folks. With that being said though, we're gonna move on to the next one. Oh yes, Thomas.
You're very compulsive and you're very focused on like consumerism, and I don't feel like you're invested in like the future of like our family and stuff.
That's a powerful statement. But to be fair, I understand what he's saying though, because she's quite impulsive with the spending. Okay, let's continue.
I'm just concerned to get married. Gonna make change if you are imposing your way, your lifestyle. You are doing a foie gras. Like in your lifestyle, do this, do it, ride a bike, do this, okay?
The question is, does Thomas like patience? Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting, folks, because you see, we could say that he likes patience. We could say that. But then at the same time, though, we could also say that there has been a pattern that he has recognized from Paula for as long as he has known her, that has showed him, that is identified to him, that this is how she's always going to be. And he's just trying to help her rein it in. He wants to mold her. Which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. So this is where things get interesting between the two here. Who is right, who is wrong? Who is moving mad, who is not? Let's play some more, folks. Let's play some more.
Hey, I just want to go back to Brazil with them because it's so easy.
It really hurts to hear that. I mean, things are tough here. She wants to go back to Brazil. She's thinking about family. She wants to go back to Brazil. From her, like, hey, I want to get married to you because you're the light of my life.
And this is the thing with Paula. Paula doesn't exactly scream that she's looking for a commitment here. She does always seem to look for the easy way out. And people that look for the easy way out can be very untrustworthy to be with, to be honest with you, especially if they're people that are who function on being impulsive. So her saying, "Oh, Brazil this, Brazil that," is that she's saying it out of being impulsive, or she's saying it because it's something that she's been thinking about for a long time, and this is now becoming a serious consideration. And that's the problem with people that have that type of mentality. But this isn't to say that Thomas has been in the right in any shape or form. I'm just saying that Paula's mentality is not reassuring to the slightest.
You know, something like that. Not, watch out, I could go back to Brazil at a moment's notice. It's like,
No, you are pushing me too far. You are pushing me to Brazil.
I think your natural instincts are always to do the easiest knee-jerk reaction.
And this is what I'm saying. Because she's always looking for the easy way out. Just like some people who are impulsive. Not all people have that mentality, but because of the impulsiveness, she's always looking for the easy way out. Again, would you want to marry someone like that? Because at the end of the day, she's prone to just bouncing around at any given time, especially if she's not getting her own way. And also, to be honest with you folks, I found out yesterday, right, on Paula's Instagram, right, she's a Capricorn. And Capricorns are known for being stubborn. I mean, so are Virgos. Virgos are probably worse at being stubborn, to be honest with you. But anyway, but then Scorpios are also stubborn too. But let's go back to Capricorn anyway. Capricorns are also known for being very, very, what's that word? Selfish. Oh, yeah. Oh, what's the other word? Narcissist. Oh, damn, we're going places here right now. If you're a Capricorn, you're feeling attacked. But, let's not just judge her character based on her star sign, folks. But given the fact that she's a Capricorn, really started to highlight things even more to me. And I was like, okay, this is why she comes across so freaking stubborn sometimes and so tunnel vision sometimes. And this is why I guess maybe Thomas is always trying to drill things into her, because Thomas has a habit of having to always repeat himself to Paula all the time. And she has a habit to always say that he's moving mad, which makes so much sense. So basically what Thomas isn't recognizing is that you can't change somebody like her, to be honest with you. I'm not saying you can't change somebody that's a Capricorn, because listen, it depends on what type you are. If you are a very mature one, you're good to go. If you're one that is still developing, you know what I mean, it's a bit of a long day for you, you know what I mean? Because that narcissistic mentality comes in a lot. Yes, and to be fair, Paula does not give traits of somebody that is fully matured herself. She does give traits where she has got a lot of immature things as well. Again, this is not me defending Thomas in any shape or form. This is me identifying patterns that I've noticed within their conversations. Their conversations are based on Thomas repeating himself, which is why she is translated as, you're just trying to shove this, and that into me. That makes sense now, because each time he tells her something, she doesn't want to listen. And each time he tells her something, she always wants to rebut it with something else. We go back to the perfume situation. Something that's been repeated too. So because she's so naive in her own way, it's all making sense. Damn. Tragic. More of the story is in life. Regardless of your star sign, there are some people who are ready to take accountability and do better and improve themselves. Then there's certain people, regardless of your star sign, who are not ready to take accountability and not ready to improve themselves. Paula is somebody that is definitely stuck in her own ways in so many ways. But again, this is not defending Thomas. This is me just identifying the pattern now that I've recognized with this woman, because in this scene, she was literally looking for flight over fight so many bloody times. And even though he told us several times, even though he pretty much said to her that you're always looking for flight, you're basically looking for flight rather than fight, and she basically repeats it by saying, yeah, I want to go back to Brazil. It's like you're saying this and it's going over there. Where's it going? I have no idea, because nor does she.
Thomas, I'm about to leave, really. I'm about to leave. Muito chato. Você é muito chato. Você é filho da puta. Você é chato pra love Tom.
But when she decided to start throwing slurs at him in his direction, at that point, I was a bit lost. I was like, wait. I don't think this situation is needed for that, to be honest with you. But it really tells you a lot about her character, ladies and gentlemen. A lot about her character. Sorry.
But the problem is being stuck, unhappy. So I'm looking for what is easy for me right now. No, I can't. This is too much.
And then she even says, I'm looking for what's easy for me right now. Yeah. A lot of things make sense. And then obviously she goes, I can't. Now, what we do see from the preview from next week, it looks like when it comes to wedding day, Paula has a meltdown. The question is, would they follow through? Well, we have to wait and find out. But also, I will be making a YouTube short today about Paula, to be fair, which is quite interesting. Or maybe it's either going to be a short or just a general upload. We'll find out. But there's more information about her coming out. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Hopefully today. If not, it'll be sometime this week. With that being said, though, let's move on to the next and last one. This one's a special one for you folks. I know you're all going to love this one.
You're going to keep clipping these all your life?
Yeah, of course, because you are my husband. Yeah, of course I am.
You like clipping?
I will not clip anyone else, only you.
Well.
So, the question that I have for you folks is, so who wants to marry me so you can clip my toenails for the rest of your life? That's what I want to know. Have a great Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys in the next upload. I'm out. Peace.